Alright, the next process that we're going to talk about after weathering is deposition. And we've talked about this previously, but hopefully you can get a better understanding of it now. So this is just a review. Sediment is small, solid particles of rocks or organisms. You should know that. Examples are pieces of rocks, mineral shells, sand, mud, gravel, clay, all that good stuff. Sediments are created. Well, that is ESPN. Sorry, guys. Sediments are created when rocks are weathered or broken down. Then the sediments are moved by wind, water, ice, or gravity. This is erosion. And eventually the wind, water, ice, or gravity slows down or stops. And it could run out of energy, and that's when deposition occurs. So it's not always going to, have water near it or ice or gravity, or the wind is never going to, blow forever. So eventually it'll stop, and that's when deposition occurs. So deposition is when the sediment being carried is dropped or deposited in a new area, and this is called deposition. It can create new landforms by a constructive force, which of course we know is deposition. This is a checkup, so keep on going. Don't, stop it right now. Choose one of the following for each example. So you are either going to pick erosion or deposition. Number one, a river carrying sand. What do you think that would be? That would be A. Dropping sediment in a new location would be deposition. A glacier picking up a rock in its path would be A. A beach is formed. That would be B, deposition. How a sand dune is created, that would be B, deposition. How sediment is moved from one place to another, that would be A, erosion. And sand being carried by the wind in a sandstorm, that would still be A, erosion. So you need to know the difference between the two. Either it's being carried, that actual action that's happening, or it's being dropped somewhere and something is forming. So make sure you know the difference. Landforms that are created by deposition could be beaches, sandbars. If you've ever been to the beach and you swim all the way out there and you expect it to be really deep, but actually it's really shallow in a certain place, that is because of deposition. And also a barrier split right here, which is just, all these sediments building up and creating hopefully a new landform. Dunes can also be created, till deposits, which is all this sediment kind of building up. Deltas from rivers, so this would be the river right here, and it breaks off, and because of that breaking off of the river, it's going to carry those sediments down, and it's going to create all this new landform right here, places where you can walk, whereas other, in the past, it wasn't like that. Alluvial fan is like this, and it's all that breaking down. It's kind of like a delta, but kind of the opposite of it, to make sure you know the difference between those. It can also form things inside of caves. Stalactites come down from the roof, and stalagmites come up. So of course this is where sediments kind of drop off, and they just build and build and build and build and build until they get really, really big. So that's pretty much it about deposition. So hopefully you got your notes taken care of, and have any questions, make sure you write them down, and I will see you tomorrow.